Welcome to the Boss Ladies Breakroom, the financial literacy series, brought to you by Boss Lady Miss Camay, who will educate, inspire, and empower you to take action in building generational wealth and protecting your assets with trust documents. Welcome to the Boss Ladies Breakroom, the financial literacy series. I am Boss Lady Miss Camay. And I am here today to talk to you guys about AI, artificial intelligence. July is all about AI. It's all about artificial intelligence, AI use in business. I want to talk to my small business owners, my small business entrepreneurs about the use of AI in your small business and how it can leverage your business and help take your business to the next level. My call out this month is seamlessly just that. Small businesses are increasingly adopting AI for a wide range of tasks, including content creation, customer relationship management, marketing, accounting, and administrative tasks. AI tools help Miss Camay International automate processes, improve efficiency, and personalize the customer experiences. Again, we're here to educate, empower, and inspire you to take action in building generational wealth and protecting your assets with trust documents, right? And our business, the way that we run it, the programs, the platforms that we use, all become part of our legacy that we leave behind to our beneficiaries, right? So I want to take a quick break. And when we come back, I'm going to share with you the AI tools that Miss Camay International uses and what I have learned recently by attending a networking event that had a panel of speakers that talked about AI and how it's being used. And I learned several things at this event and this presentation and was excited to come home and talk about it with you guys here in the break room, and also implement new AI technology and new AI platforms within Miss Camay International. So don't go anywhere. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk about the AI tools that the Miss Camay International brand uses every single day. We'll be right back. Did you know that 46% of mobile shoppers are likely to buy a product or service from a verbal ad when it's relevant to the content that they're viewing? It's responsible for capturing attention, creating interest, and persuading your target audience.
You know, it's about every woman having their unique experience. When you're on that vibroacoustic sound equipment, women go into their own world.
Let the Boss Ladies Breakroom put your company in the spotlight. Visit my website at MissCamayInternational.com, click the Contact tab, and fill out the form listing sponsor ad spot in the subject line. And let us create a sponsor ad for you, your company, or service or product that you sell, which will be featured in our series. Partner with us for a greater reach to those who need you. Welcome back to the Boss Ladies Breakroom, the financial literacy series. I am Boss Lady Miss Camay. And today I want to share with you, in an effort of financial literacy, every small business owner is using some type of artificial intelligence, some type of AI in their business. And if you don't think that you are, you probably are, you just don't know it. So I want to share with you guys the artificial intelligence that Miss Camay International uses and how I was introduced to AI. And I want to share some options with you guys in regards to what you can implement into your business and help your business streamline to the next level. There are so many things that artificial intelligence can do for small business brands such as myself. And you know, while we're sleeping, our business can continue to move and operate, especially administratively. These tasks that require, you know, our time and attention, they can be streamlined essentially and automated with AI technology. And so I was initially introduced to AI technology as a chatbot on my website. So I had a friend of mine who was helping me out with, revamping my website, if you will. And she introduced chatbot to me. And so I had initial consultation with her. She told me that a chatbot on my website could actually help streamline client questions, client inquiries, anybody essentially that wanted to ask a question or wanted information about Miss Camay International that I wasn't available to essentially answer at that moment, right? So as a small business, as an entrepreneur, my business operates essentially 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And I have, potential clients that are in, every different time zone, anywhere around the world, essentially, that can be connecting with me and potentially be interested in my services. And so I wanted to, implement AI technology with this chatbot to, help guide my clients, help answer questions, essentially be my virtual assistant or my executive assistant when I wasn't available. And so in this initial conversation, the consultant asked me, how do I respond, to certain questions? How would I respond to a client's question regarding workplace bullying? Or how would I respond to a client's question regarding estate planning documents? And so all of this information that the consultant was gathering from me, she was actually programming and putting the information into the chatbot on my website. And so we spent about an hour on the phone initially to get the chatbot set up. While you guys are watching this interview, if you go to my website, www.misscamayinternational.com, as soon as you get to the home page on my website, down in the lower right-hand corner of the screen, you're going to see a picture of me, a small little icon picture of me. And that when you click on that, it actually opens up my chatbot chat. And my chatbot initially asks you, she introduces herself and she asks you who your name is, which is essentially something I would do meeting somebody, right? And then the chatbot, asks the potential client, what questions they have or what information that they're looking for. The chatbot directs my clients to my booking link. My chatbot answers general questions regarding documents that I would prepare. She answers general questions regarding my notary work, regarding my workplace bullying consulting, and all of that information has been, put into this AI program and this AI software. And the more the chatbot is used, the more intelligent she becomes, right? So that for my business, it has helped me answer client questions when I'm not essentially physically available myself. And it has helped prospects schedule consultations with me. I have a booking link on my calendar, so clients are able to book a consultation. They are able to pay for the consultation. They get a receipt for their payment, and that is all happening with the help of my chatbot on my website through AI technology. And it's not work that I'm actually doing myself. So it has streamlined the customer experience on my website. And every time someone goes to my website and chats with my chatbot, I actually get an email. So I'm able to, track the conversation. I'm able to, read how my chatbot is responding to client questions, and which enables me to make changes or kind of tweak the chatbot, right? And so you're probably asking, like, well, how does that happen? It's in the program. It's in the chatbot program that's ran by AI technology. And so I've had, follow-up conversations with my consultant, and I've been able to, continue to feed my chatbot information to help her answer client questions more precisely. And it initially just was amazing to me. It just blew my mind that, this AI technology was working so seamlessly. Another example of AI tools that Miss Camay International uses, I'll say, is Canva. Okay, so Canva has been around quite a long time. I was using Canva back in 2013 when I initially launched Miss Camay International. And the platform has grown, it has expanded. It now has a paid platform that is about, we'll talk about the costs a little bit later on. I just want to focus on the platform right now. And a very good friend of mine actually reintroduced me to Canva this year in 2025. We were working on a project together, and she had created some graphics, and they were, just awesome graphics. And so I inquired, who made those graphics for her. And she told me she made them in Canva. And so that made me, go to my Canva account and go and pay for the paid subscription. I believe Canva does give you a free trial of their paid subscription. And so I initiated the paid platform for Canva. And this was my first experience using AI in Canva. So Canva asks you, what do you want to create today? Do you want to create a Facebook post, an Instagram post? Do you want to write an article? The options on the Canva platform are endless, just endless. And so I just picked one. I think it was an Instagram post, and it said, okay, what kind of marketing do you want to use? And so in the field, I typed in, I want a picture of a woman of color, signing legal documents with a family of five of a family of five signing legal documents and notarizing legal documents in a legal office with in a conference room with a view of the skyline. And I tried to make it as simple yet a little as complicated as I could make it, because I really wanted to test the platform and test the AI technology in Canva and see what result it was going to give me. And so when I tell you guys that Canva spit out a picture, an image of precisely what I typed in the search, it precisely gave me the image that I typed in that I was looking for. And the quality of the image, it was not, an animated image. It was an actual image of a real, like, human beings in the picture. It was just amazing. And so from then on, I have been using Canva to create my marketing and my graphics. So if you guys are following me on social media, if you're following me on Instagram and LinkedIn, my reels that I post, my static posts that I post, all of those are being created in Canva. Now, I do have a personal assistant. She is a virtual assistant, and I've been working with her for over, 10, 15 years at this point. And she puts all of my content together for me, but she does utilize these platforms that I'm sharing with you. These are Miss Camay International platforms, and we are utilizing this AI technology that is available on these platforms. And as a small business owner and entrepreneur, the financial literacy aspect of it, I'm going to talk about a little bit later. But we've got to, consider the cost of all of this, right, as a small business. So the next platform that Miss Camay International uses, it's the platform that you guys are watching the Boss Ladies Break Room on. It's StreamYard. If you guys tune into my live broadcast when I have fellow boss ladies join me in the break room, we go live on LinkedIn and on Facebook the second Wednesday of every month. And so if you catch those live interviews, you will see that they are streaming live through StreamYard. So StreamYard is another platform that was introduced to me actually by the Boss Ladies Breakroom sponsor, Barry Gibson, the Cowboys Unifier. So he introduced me to StreamYard when he became a sponsor of the show. And we have been using StreamYard for the past probably 4 months at this point. And my favorite thing about StreamYard, and prior to StreamYard, I was only using Zoom for my interviews. And the Zoom interface is meant for, you know, meetings and webinars. It's not really meant for podcasting, right? It just doesn't have the features. So my most favorite thing about StreamYard, not to mention, you know, the banner use, the overlays that you can use, your intros, your outros, your logos you can load. There are so many marketing aspects of StreamYard that are just amazing, right? That really highlight your brand and really take your brand to the next level. After every interview that I've had with every boss lady, StreamYard actually creates short reels from my entire interview. And this is something that the platform does seamlessly by itself. After every interview, the platform asks me if I want to create these shorts, and the platform pulls out segments of my interviews. It's going to do it for, you know, my presentation to you today, even though I'm not interviewing anyone. But the platform pulls out short reels and saves them. And these are video reels that capture, you know, bullet points or capture hot topics that we talk about here in the break room, or any financial literacy series, or any, you know, any document highlights, or any hot topics regarding documents. The platform itself actually captures those short reels and gives them to me and allows me to download them. It's I can't even express how fantastic these reels are. If you guys have subscribed to my YouTube channel at Miss Camay International, if you go to my shorts tab on my channel, you will see some of these reels that I am speaking about that StreamYard actually makes for me. So it's awesome. I cannot recommend the platform enough. I also feel that StreamYard constantly is looking at their platform and ways that they can, you know, make it better for us here in StreamYard. Another great thing about StreamYard is it actually gives you a referral link that you can share with your audience. And so if somebody that you know that's a podcaster, or that's, you know, interviewing people, or, you know, doing presentations, and they actually use your StreamYard referral link, StreamYard is going to give you $10 off, and StreamYard is going to give them $10 off. So I love great rewards. I love great bonuses. I'm big on that in the financial literacy aspect of what I do in my business. I'm always looking for those reward opportunities because it's essentially, you know, free money that's out there for you to get, right? So the next AI platform that Miss Camay International uses is MailChimp. And I, again, have been using MailChimp for many, many, many years. It is a phenomenal platform for Miss Camay International newsletters. And it holds, you know, a Rolodex of contacts. And MailChimp does offer a free platform depending on how many contacts you have for a newsletter. And so I believe MailChimp gives you up to, you know, a certain amount of contacts before you actually have to pay for an account. And the number is actually pretty generous. So MailChimp, you know, we create newsletters. It provides, you know, banners and headers and, you know, layouts. And it's all, you know, put together and kind of pulled together with AI technology. And also the thing about MailChimp is when, as you use it, the program becomes more intelligent, right? The program, the algorithms learn what you do and the content that you talk about. And so it does make suggestions for you as well. Now, again, I have a personal assistant who utilizes these platforms for me because I myself, I don't have, number one, the time. I don't have the knowledge or the education or the skill set to be able to utilize these platforms myself. That's not my job, right? I'm the business owner. I'm the mindset behind the brand. And so when we are talking financial literacy, not only do we need to consider the price and the cost of these platforms, but we also have to consider our time of putting this content together. And if we're not spending our time putting the content together, how much are we paying someone else to put the content together? And so we have to consider all of that in respect to financial literacy as small business entrepreneurs, right? So my last and final AI technology platform that I utilize. This one actually I utilize with my corporate legal clients. So my corporate law firms that I work for, they have subscriptions to Westlaw or LexisNexis. And in the legal world, these are very common, very popular platforms that legal professionals, attorneys, paralegals use to do legal research. And just recently, in the last couple of years, LexisNexis has implemented AI technology into the platform. And it is amazing from a legal perspective. It is seamless in like locating case law. You can simply type in, kind of the basis of the case that you're wanting to research, and the program is going to pull up case law that supports what you're looking for. It's also going to pull up case law that is, on the opposite side of what you're looking for, because in the area of law, whether you're, the defense or whether you're a plaintiff, you absolutely need to know or prepare yourself for the other side's argument or the other side's defense. So it's so important when we're doing legal research as paralegals that we look at case law that is opposite of our position that we're presenting, because we've got to be able to build a defense against that. So for my legal professionals, you guys know and understand what I'm explaining. For those of you who are not legal professionals, you can understand, the basis for that, right? We've always got to be prepared. We got to stay ready so we don't get ready, so we don't have to get ready. But LexisNexis, Westlaw, these are amazing, amazing platforms for legal research that have implemented AI technology that just that streamline our processes, streamline our legal research, streamline brief writing, streamline motion writing. It's just amazing how quickly these AI technologies, can spit out a document or, spit out, case law for us. It's just amazing. Now, what I do want to leave you guys with in regards to this conversation, AI technology, for those of you who aren't comfortable with it, for those of you who are comfortable with it, you always need to check the content that AI technology on any platform gives you, right? So let me go back to LexisNexis as a legal professional, as a paralegal. If I do, legal research on LexisNexis and I'm looking for case law, to support a case that I'm working on, I need to check the case law. I need to shepherdize that case law. I need to make sure that the case law is still good case law. I need to make sure that it's actually real case law, because I can't depend on AI technology, this computer technology, to be a human being, because it is not. So any platforms that you guys are using, any AI technology that you want to implement into your small business, whatever you create with it, whatever, information it gives you, you absolutely want to check and make sure that that content is good, clean, factual, true content, first and foremost, right? So let's move into the financial literacy aspect of the conversation. I was mentioning when I started telling you about the AI platforms that Miss Camay International uses. So it's got to be affordable, right? I can't spend more money than what my business is bringing in, because that's going to keep me in the red, and I want to be in the black in my business. So you've got to consider the cost. Not only do I need to consider the cost of these platforms that MCI uses, but I also have to include the cost of my personal assistant and what I pay her per hour to utilize these platforms for my company and the content that I'm creating. It has to be cost effective, right? So I'll go back to the chat bot. So the chat bot, my initial investment of the chat bot was pretty significant, I would say. And these are hard costs. So, you know, your website, your platforms, your programs, these are all business costs that are the costs of doing business. You don't necessarily get a return on the money that you're spending for these platforms, right? So the key here is to invest in these platforms and make sure that it's affordable for you, and invest in a plan that is going to be good for your business, and that's going to be good for the bank account. And you want to maybe start small. As I shared with you, some of these platforms, you know, have free trials, or they'll have free, platforms, depending on how many newsletters you would send or how many contacts you have. So make sure you check for their free programs or their free accounts, and how you can potentially utilize those free accounts until your business builds, and to where you would need to add, you know, more services or a paid subscription, right? So keeping the chatbot operating every month, there is a small minimal monthly fee to keep the chatbot running as expected, right? But the initial cost to get the chatbot set up, which that monthly service does come with, you know, continuing to educate my chatbot, continuing to, you know, feed her information, continuing, to impose my brand and my business, and how my business operates there. So I'm making sure that my chatbot, you know, continues to operate and continues to operate well, because I want my client experience to be good. Okay. So outside of the initial setup and getting the chatbot set up, the monthly fee to run the chatbot is minimal. Let's go to Canva. So like I said, Canva does offer a free platform. It does offer a free account. When the paid account offers just so many templates and so many more options. It just opens up the world of what you can create, and on any platform that's out there. And so my Canva paid subscription, again, it's very affordable. It's only $15 a month. And I'm able to create all of my graphics, my reels, all of my marketing and advertising for Miss Camay International. It's just amazing. Every month that my assistant creates new reels and new static posts for me, I'm like a little kid in a candy store. I just get so excited to see what she creates, because every single month the content is just amazing, and it's very affordable. So $15 a month for Canva. So next, StreamYard for the Boss Ladies Break Room. I utilize StreamYard every month. This is the platform where I, share financial literacy tips. This is where, I interview other boss ladies. And I love that the platform has video tutorials right inside the platform. So if you're trying to create your studio and you're trying to create your banner or your overlay, and you're not really sure how to, use the interface, StreamYard actually has the video tutorials that are, right there at a click of a button to actually help walk you through the process. So I love it. I'm not an expert on StreamYard yet, but I intend to be the more I continue to use it. So my StreamYard platform is $45 a month for the core plan. StreamYard does have, I think, one or two more higher tiers, but the core plan is more than sufficient for me and what I'm doing here in the Boss Ladies Break Room. And then finally, MailChimp. As I shared with you, MailChimp does offer a free account. It affords you so many campaigns that you can send, so many newsletter campaigns that you can send out every month. And as long as you remain in that window, you can continue to use the free account. And it's just amazing. A lot of people don't have social media. A lot of people don't want to be on social media. A lot of people aren't going to go to YouTube and watch a video, but they have an email and they're going to read your newsletter. And so as a small business owner, as an entrepreneur, you want to capitalize on platforms and how you can reach your target audiences. And you must remember that not everybody has social media. Not everybody's going to go to YouTube. Not everyone has an email either, right? So when you look at your brand and you look at your business, you look at your services or your products that you're selling, consider the platforms that are best for you and your business. And I encourage you to consider platforms that offer AI technology because it's just unmatched. It really just is unmatched. I'm in love with it. I'm in love with it for what it's done for Miss Camay International. If you guys have questions or you're curious about anything that I've shared or any of these platforms, go to my website, misscamayinternational.com, and book online. And let's discuss your needs. I'd be more than happy to talk to you about the platforms that I use and that I have implemented and give you real tangible examples of those platforms and how I've utilized them for me. I'm going to take a quick break. When I come back, I'm going to talk to you about the top 2 most important documents that every small business needs when it comes to using AI technology. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Did you know that 46% of mobile shoppers are likely to buy a product or service from a verbal ad when it's relevant to the content that they're viewing? It's responsible for capturing attention, creating interest, and persuading your target audience.
It's about every woman having their unique experience. When you're on that vibroacoustic sound equipment, women go into their own world.
Let the Boss Ladies Break Room put your company in the spotlight. Visit my website at misscamayinternational.com, click the contact tab and fill out the form listing sponsor ad spot in the subject line, and let us create a sponsor ad for you, your company, or service or product that you sell, which will be featured in our series. Partner with us for a greater reach to those who need you. Welcome back to the Boss Ladies Break Room. I'm Boss Lady Miss Camay. And to close out the interview for this month, I want to talk to you about the 2 most important documents every small business needs when it comes to utilizing artificial intelligence or AI technology within your brand. As you know, I'm here to educate, inspire, and empower you to take action and building generational wealth and protecting your assets with trust documents. So we always talk about documents, the importance of the documents that we are discussing, and why you need them. So first step, let's get into it. AI workplace use policy. So what is an AI workplace use policy, and why do you need one? An AI workplace use policy, it's a set of guidelines and rules established by a company, your company, to govern the appropriate and responsible use of artificial intelligence in the workplace. And so why would a small business entrepreneur owner need an AI workplace use policy? So I'll tell you why Miss Camay International has this policy in place and how I've presented this policy to my personal assistant that works for me. So utilizing these platforms that I've shared with you, it's important that anyone who works for me or who's doing work for me understands that these platforms that they are utilizing to create content for MCI are utilized with AI technology. And so it's important that the regulations and the rules and the reason for the policy to be in place is to ensure that anybody that works for me or that does work for me understands that the platform that they're using is powered by AI technology. And so they need to be responsible when they're creating content, especially when it's representing my business and my brand, right? So everybody that, again, touches anything on the MCI brand must understand the use that I want maintained and the integrity of my brand maintained when we're using these platforms that have AI technology in them, right? So the second most important document regarding AI technology that every small business entrepreneur should have is an AI terms of service policy. And so we're going to kind of flip the script a little bit here regarding this policy. What is a terms of service policy for artificial intelligence? Artificial intelligence terms of service policy is an agreement between a company providing an artificial intelligence service and a customer accessing and using that service. So, for example, my website is housed with artificial intelligence with my chatbot. So anybody that is using my chatbot, they can click on and find my privacy policy. That's another policy document that we can talk about in another interview, but they can access my privacy policy document there. And they also are aware that they are utilizing my website and they're talking to artificial intelligence. And when they're booking a consultation on my website, that's all powered and utilized and ran by AI technology. And so the MCI brand has an AI terms of service policy that is public, and anybody can access it to understand and know and be aware of that when they're on my website, when they're chatting with my chatbot, when they're scheduling a consultation or scheduling an appointment booking online, that they understand that the service that they are receiving at that time is powered by AI technology. So it's very important. It goes both ways. Anybody that's working for you, that's doing business for you and your brand and your business should know how to utilize AI technology and what your expectations are and what are the appropriate and responsible uses when it comes to your business and your brand. And any customer, any client that is doing business with you through any of these platforms, they need to understand the terms of service policy that it's AI generated. So very, very important documents to have as a small business entrepreneur. If you don't have these documents in place and you are using platforms that are powered by AI technology, you should absolutely consider adding them to your business portfolio of documents. And you guys know Ms. Camay is a registered document preparer. I can prepare these documents for you to keep your business safe and in line with the AI technology that you guys are using. Visit my website, www.misscamayinternational.com, and click book online and schedule a consultation with me. Let's talk about your business. Let's talk about your AI policy, your service of use policy, your terms of use policy. Let's talk about it. If you guys don't have these documents, you should consider having them prepared. We're here to educate, inspire, and empower you to take action in building generational wealth and protecting your assets with trust documents. Subscribe to my YouTube channel at misscamayinternational.com. Make sure you catch me in the break room every Wednesday, the first Wednesday of every month on YouTube, where we talk financial literacy and the documents that go along with that. I hope you guys have a great day. Thanks for watching. Thanks for joining me in the Boss Ladies Break Room for the Financial Literacy Series. Remember, subscribe to my YouTube channel at Miss Camay International and join me the first Wednesday of every month at 2 p.m. right here in the break room.